Hey friends, it's Monday morning and I want you to see our caterpillars. They are getting so big. So you can see there's not a lot of food left in the container. They're getting really big. So I think this week they are going to start making their chrysalis. So we are still going to talk about how living things change as they grow. So here's our caterpillars. I'm going to put them up close so you can see them. We still have 5. And there's some, can you see those at the top? So they've been very busy, very hungry, eating a lot. So we're still going to be talking about how living things change as they grow. So today I thought it would be fun because Mrs. Hoffman loves Pete the cat. And I have a fun story called Pete the Cat and the Cool Caterpillar. All of the Pete the Cat books are written and illustrated by the same man, and it says his name right here. He is the author and the illustrator, and his name is James Dean. I love Pete the Cat. So Pete the Cat's just like us, and he is learning about living things and caterpillars. Pete is on a bug safari. He and his friends are looking for bugs. How many bugs can they find? So bugs is another word for insects. Caterpillars and butterflies are part of that group. Callie spots a tiny black ant. It's building an ant hill, she says. Groovy, says Pete. Gus finds a round red ladybug in the mint patch. It has 9 spots, says Gus. Nice, says Pete. Marty sees a big black spider. It caught a fly, he says. Neat, says Pete. Pete finds a green caterpillar in the flower pot. I will bring it home to show Mom and Dad, he says. Mom helps Pete build a home for the caterpillar. They use a big jar. Dad puts lots of little holes in the lid for air. Pete puts the caterpillar in the jar. Pete puts some leaves in the jar for the caterpillar to eat. He adds a twig for it to crawl on. Good night, Pete, says Mom and Dad. Good night, Pete, says Dad. Good night, caterpillar, says Pete. So he had his caterpillar in his room. When Pete wakes up, the caterpillar is gone. Where did it go? Did it run away? It is not gone, says Mom. It did not run away, says Dad. Look, they say. So, what did Pete's caterpillar do? It made a chrysalis. And remember, the science word for chrysalis, the part of the life cycle, is called a pupa. The caterpillar is inside there, says Mom. It's called a pupa. Will it stay in there forever? Pete asks. No, says Dad. The caterpillar is changing into something new. What will it become? Pete asks. It's a surprise, said Mom. We must wait and see. Pete waits. Callie comes to visit. Did it come out yet? She asks. Not yet, said Pete. Pete waits some more. Gus comes to visit. Did it come out yet? He asks. Not yet, said Pete. Pete waits even longer. Marty comes to visit. Did it come out yet? He asks. Not yet, said Pete. Pete waits and waits and waits. Then one day, something finally happens. So the illustrator made those little marks to show that the chrysalis is wiggling. And that's what will happen to our caterpillars when they're inside and they have changed into a butterfly. The chrysalis will start to wiggle a lot. The pupa starts to wiggle. Something is happening, says Pete. It wiggles some more. Everyone comes over to watch. The pupa cracks open. Something is coming out. What can it be? So when the butterfly is ready to come out, it really wiggles a lot so that it can break the skin of the chrysalis so that they can come out. A head pokes out, then some legs and 2 colorful wings. The caterpillar changed into a beautiful butterfly. Wow, says Pete. The butterfly slowly moves its wings up and down. It is ready to fly. They take the jar to the park. Time to say goodbye, says Dad. Pete opens the lid of the jar. The butterfly flaps its wings. It flutters out of the jar and it lands on Pete's nose. That tickles, he says. Then the butterfly flies up to the sky. Bye-bye, butterfly, everyone says. Let's find a new caterpillar, says Pete. Change is pretty cool. So Pete learned that lots of living things change as they grow, just like his caterpillar did. So we're going to keep talking about these things. I want you to make sure that you're going for walks and you're looking outside and finding lots of living things that you can see how they change as they grow.